You think you could see a future in law enforcement?
I don't know, man. Like, I think I'd be willing to give it a try. Sorry, I had to jingle my keys a little bit.
I didn't even hear it.
Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now?
Yeah. Are you jingling them in the mic?
Yeah.
Jingle bells, Batman spells.
Jingle all the way.
You know what I'm really angry about right now?
What are you really angry about right now?
I'm really pissed off at something right now. I have Mariah Carey stuck in my head.
Not Mariah Carey, dude.
No. She just made the catchiest Christmas song on planet Earth.
It literally does not stop playing from October to until like the end of January.
It's true.
Since it's been February, it hasn't been, I haven't heard it. She's back on ice, thank God. I fucking hate that she played into that too. Like, she made a whole fucking video of
The
her like
Christmas album.
thawing. She was like thawing. She's like, "It's time." Like, shut your bitch ass up. Get back in that ice.
I guess if people like her, then I mean, why wouldn't you play into your likenesses and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
As much as she annoys me in a like a wholesome like, yeah, fuck you for getting your song stuck in my head sort of way.
Yeah. Like, why'd you have to make such a good fucking song? Why'd you have to make it so damn catchy?
I watched that Rubinson video and I watched another one, and
What'd you think about it?
I didn't really realize just how bad the Roblox situation is.
Yeah, man.
It is downright awful, and I see a lot of that. Not a lot of like it's it's everywhere. It's everywhere on the platform,
Hmm.
and I think that 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 the fish rots at the tail, so or at the head. So like the people at the very top are not enforcing good hiring practices for the moderation team, and they're not like enforcing good practices to stay on top of said moderation team. Because I mean, as long as they're making money at the end of the day, they don't care what
I was
happens.
about to say.
They don't care. They don't care if millions of children are at risk of being groomed on their platform because they've got some fat pockets at the end of the day. They
No,
just don't
yeah.
care.
That's probably what it is too. Like, as long as like they're getting reports and they're like kind of going slow, that they're making money. If they handled all the problems all at once, then they'd be like, "Oh, now we don't really have that many problems. We're not gonna be making as much money."
That's a good
Like,
point.
all right,
Maybe there's
good.
like a quota. There's like a
Yeah,
quota that they reach, and then
that would make sense.
they're like, "Well, we reached the quota. I've banned 2 people today, so I'm gonna not do anything for the rest of the day." I don't really know how it works on the inside, but that's really
Yeah,
that's just awful.
a big corporation handles it. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that there are sort of this social justice. There is actual like good in the world where there's a lot of social ostracization of pedophiles in basically every community. I love to see that because it's a real problem. There's this sort of I was thinking of this before. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I don't know if
You're breaking up.
I'm Can you hear me now?
Yeah. As soon as you stop making noises, you stop breaking up. That was funny. But yeah, I feel like I was thinking of this before. I feel like pedophiles groom each other too. Like they groom other people into becoming pedophiles. Like I don't know how they really think. I don't really know how it works, but why does why does anyone become a pedophile? What makes
Hmm.
people so attracted to children? That just doesn't in my brain it doesn't work. Like I don't
No,
understand how
dude.
anything could work like that. So there's got to be some more other like some other reason why there's got to be some reason why people are attracted to children. There's got to be something to it that I'm not seeing, that nobody's seeing.
Like, yeah, dude. Even as minors, as like middle schoolers, we were looking at adult women like, holy fuck, they're hot because they were adults.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm really one to talk about this topic either, because I feel like I feel attraction towards people in a very different way than other people feel attraction. Like
Go on.
go on. Like I don't know. I'm just not attracted to people, I guess. That's why I feel like I'm waiting for the right girl, because I'd be more attracted to her personality than her body or something. I don't know. I don't know what I want, I guess.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like it definitely seems one sided. Like, oh, I found this hot bitch and I fucked her, right? But what like in reality, it's a harsh reality. You have to find someone physically attractive and be like, oh my gosh, they look amazing. I want to talk to them. That's how relationships start is. And dude, girls used to get so mad at me because I'd be honest about it. They'd be like, "Oh, so what was the first thing you noticed about me, like at a club or some shit?" I'll be like, "Um, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I thought you were really fucking hot." I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I thought you were really pretty, And I walked up and talked to you, and she's like, "Oh, so it was just my looks?" And I'm like, "Well, let's be fucking honest here. I had no idea who you were prior
It's
to our
true.
conversation. I know nothing about you other than what you look like. So yes, it was just purely based off of how you looked. Yes, like I'm not that I'd be fucking stupid to be like, oh well, you just seemed like you had a drink, and I'm like, wow, she had this drink. That must mean she's this type of girl. I don't fucking do that shit. That's if you overanalyze that shit. That's how you come up with like,
There's
oh my, I see you're drinking a Michelob Ultra. Would you like another? Like
can I
no,
freshen your drink?
dude. Like fuck no. Like my thing is like I see a girl drinking something that I like, then I'll come up and be like, oh, that's a good choice, but I would have picked this instead. Kind of throw them off, and I'll be like, you want something? And then they'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, just kidding. And then I'll buy myself a drink till they'll be like, oh my god, why? You know,
Nice
it
guys
throws them
finish
off.
last. No. But
Dude,
like
like there is some no, like even just that statement in general, there is some merit to it. It's like it's weird, man. You can just be the nicest guy and have the nicest intentions and like explicitly show that. And it's just a sad reality that not all girls are into that. They like a chase, they like a game.
yeah.
They don't want to just be handed some guy who's just on his knees for her immediately. You gotta work for, like with all things in life, you gotta work hard. You gotta work a
Yeah,
little bit for it.
absolutely. That's why I feel like if when I find the right girl, I feel like I won't have to try as hard, because
Hmm.
it's the thing about relationships is that it's a sacrifice to, not a sacrifice, but you're devoting your life to each other. And I guess in a way it is a sacrifice. You're sacrificing yourself to be
Yeah.
with your best friend. I'm just a naturally nice guy. That's why I feel like I'm not right for clubs. I feel like I'm not
Mhm.
I don't want to play the game, I guess.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like, but it, as rare as it is, it girls do approach guys sometimes. You just got to be patient. And like, dude, you're so fucking funny. Like, it baffles me. Like that night we went out to, I was so sad that you left.
I don't know, it was
Like
probably
genuinely.
it was probably like a like if I had like a drink in me, it'd probably be better, but
Yeah, that's why I wanted us to pregame before, like get y'all fucked up, so that way on the drive it wouldn't you'd still be fucked up when we got there. Because yeah, there definitely is such thing as liquid courage. You know, alcohol does help with social skills, but like I'm just saying, dude. Like I could have I had it in my head, dude. You just make a girl laugh and you're in.
make those clip those if you can make her laugh and giggle, you can make her
You
cheeks
can make them cheeks clap and
clap and
jiggle.
jiggle.
Basically, dude. Basically.
How do you feel about ice cream?
I fucking love ice
You
cream, dude.
like
That
ice
reminds me, I
cream?
gotta go steal a spoon. I brought ice cream with me to work. I gotta go steal a spoon from the first sergeant's office.
You got that Halo top?
Hell yeah. That shit delicious and it's high in protein. How's it been with working out? You still been going to that gym by
Oh no, I haven't worked out in a really long time. I stopped paying for there when I quit uh my cashier job.
sorry, I had to fart.
Nice.
So
Nice.
how come?
I just like I don't make a whole lot of money, so
Mm.
I try to keep my expenses to a minimum of my necessities and stuff like that.
How much were they charging?
It was
Like how much was a
30
membership there?
it was 30 a month.
Jesus Christ. You're paying 30 a month?
Yeah. And I went
Fuck that, dude.
and I was there and it's basically like a private gym cuz almost no one's there at the same time. So I was
Yeah.
there and I was like lifting these weights and I'm like I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I needed to like look into it, but I don't know. I just like it just doesn't interest
Mhm.
me, I guess.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
All right. I was saying that like when I next time I come home, I want to take you with me and just show you like once you know what you're doing, it just like that's just one step. But it's as soon as you start seeing even the slightest bit of progress, you're like, holy shit. And you feel amazing. And you're like, I want to do that again. I want to get better. I
Body
want to do better every
positivity.
single time. It's not even just like the way you look, it could just be the way you feel. Like if you feel like you got a good pump or you feel like you got a good
Oh,
workout in, you're like, holy shit, I
I've
just did
felt
that.
that.
I just put in that work.
I've felt that when I play Beat Saber. It's basically my only, well, not my only workout. I bike almost every day. Um, but when I play Beat Saber, a lot of it is wrist movements, and I've been really working on my wrist movements, like really trying to like swing my wrists, and I feel it every time I'm done, even if it's just for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I feel that pulse in my forearms, like the muscles and the flesh are trying to escape almost.
Yeah, that's a pump, dude.
And it was like
The time
the feeling is overwhelming. It's like I've never felt that feeling in my arms before.
sorry, this is just a lot. Fucking I told you about what how Arnold Schwarzenegger used to put it, right?
Yeah, he was like the pump. It's
Get
like
the pump.
coming. It's
It's
like
It's like having sex with a woman and coming. So I'm coming in the gym. I'm coming backstage before I pose. I'm coming day and night. It's terrific. Yeah, dude, that's what it's all about, is chasing the pump and just getting better. It's
Chasing the pump.
addicting. I'm coming.
I'm coming. The pump is just so good. Every day I come. I go to work. I come. I go backstage. I come. I live in my pants. I'm just coming everywhere. I'm coming all over the place.
I come all over the audience.
I come.
I'm on stage. I take off my panties and I jerk off.
Iam's panties. I pull down my thin G-string and I jerk off onto the audience. I'm coming all over the audience. It's amazing.
It's reaching all the way to the back.
I squirt my cum. It reaches 50 miles an hour and reaches to the back of the audience.
Is that how fast an ejaculation travels?
I think it's like insanely fast. I can look this up real quick. I think it's like insanely, like, you come really hard. Let me look this up.
50
How
miles an hour
fast
would be
is
crazy.
ejaculation?
Oh, it's midnight. Oh, wait, how long did I take my pre?
45 kilometers per hour.
45 kilometers? What is that in miles per hour? That's like
Uh,
fucking 60, isn't it?
let me see. 45, that's 28 miles per hour.
Hold on, people are here. What the hell? Name status. Stand by. I'll be right back. Now that it's 12, crack me a Celsius.
Hell yeah.
Yummy.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
You know that Roblox sound effect? Yummy.
Yummy.
I think of that anytime I take a bite or a sip out of something. It's engraved into my brain, dude.
Can I has cheeseburger, please?
Like I can be out with coworkers and I take a bite, and they go, "Yummy." They're like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Don't worry about it."
Nothing. I got a chip installed in my brain that plays that sound anytime I eat anything. It plays
Anytime something enters my mouth, it goes, "Yummy."
yummy, even if it's not like remotely. You're like, man, this food is fucking garbage, and then you just go, yummy, 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 yummy,
Yummy.
yummy, yummy. How do you feel about Iran?
Yummy.
Yummy. So you've been liking the armory?
It's been chill, man. Been chill as fuck.
That's cool.
Since it's an 8 hour, like I really don't get my laptop out unless it's like a 12-hour shift. So right now I'm just watching YouTube.
Hmm.
Check my email. So here's a day in my life, right? I come in at like 10 and I do changeover. I get told some things, and then the guy leaves. Literally, so what little bit of paperwork that I do is just like inventory and checking the rosters for tomorrow. That takes a maximum of like 15 minutes. So but after that, I literally am just like done for the night basically. And I just sit here, watch YouTube, chill, eat, and then if like right now when that flight sergeant came to de-arm, or I wait until day shift comes at like 5 in the morning to arm up, and then that's pretty much it. My relief comes at like between 6 and 6:30. Same thing. Pass on anything that I have to pass on. Um, Pack my shit, go home and sleep.
Cool. Do you want to hear a day in my life?
Let's do it. Well, it's not a whole day in my life. That's just a day on shift.
Oh, on shift. Uh,
That's not counting like doing my everyday shit and going to the gym and all that.
you shit every day?
I shit every single day.
I actually believe that with the amount of food you eat. That I'm not actually, yeah, I am calling you fat.
Like, dude, as soon as
You got
pre-workout enters my system, even like one sip, I have to poop. We call it the pre-pump dump.
the pre-pump dump.
Yeah.
I don't shit as often as I don't eat as much as most people. I eat 2 meals a day. And I don't shit every day. I shit like once every 2 or 3 days. And
Damn.
I've talked to some people about that. Some people being our friend Kale's mom. And she was like, "Yeah, you might just not be getting enough fiber in your diet or but she thinks that it's not a bad thing. And it's just how the diet works. Cuz it's like
It's
if
just
you
how your body's telling you to operate,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, exactly. That's actually leads into my next point. It is bullshit those physicians that say you need to drink 12 cups of water every single day. No, literally if you listen to your body and just drink when you're thirsty, that's literally all you need to do.
Like there are benefits to drinking a lot of water and staying hydrated. You definitely feel better. Like you get better sleep. Like there's benefits to it, but you don't absolutely have to. As long as you're not dying of thirst and you're keeping your what's the word I'm looking for? Equilibrium at a balance, then you're fine. Like that's what like when you want to maintain a certain level of like we call it maintaining like calories maintaining so you're not gaining or losing weight, you're just staying where you are. It's just eating when you're hungry, drink water if you're thirsty or whatever
Yeah,
you want. I mean,
that's what I
uh,
do. If I'm hungry, I go get food, and if I'm not hungry, I'm sitting in my chair.
yeah, that caniac combo and some YouTube.
That caniac combo. Yeah, I drink like maybe half a gallon of water every day. Maybe. Sometimes I drink more. But
And
like,
hydration is really good.
oh
Like,
yeah,
don't get me
it's
wrong, it's very, there's a lot of benefits.
it's not even like it's just like I like the way it makes me feel. I like being hydrated.
Yeah, I've kind of realized, like, especially today, like today was a really fucking good day in the gym for me for out of nowhere. I think I theorize because I ate a little like longer before I left. Like usually I wake up in the morning whenever I wake up, I eat. I sit for maybe not even an hour and then I go. Today I got up and ate and I did laundry, which takes about 2 hours. I also waited for my package to get here. So it took me about 2 hours. So that's 2 hours where of like my for my food to digest, and like I always make it a point to drink an entire my tall glass. I drink an entire of water before I go, so I'm hydrated. Even then, I gave it like 30 minutes to an hour after that to take my pre and then leave. That felt so much better. I think it's because I gave more time for my body to digest the food and give me that energy.
Ah.
So instead of eating and then going right away or going right away without eating, I'm gonna eat, chill for about 2 hours, let that shit digest, and then go hit it. And even then, I wonder if overhydration is a thing. Cause like especially in between sets, like I'm always sipping water in between sets. I'm constantly having to piss. Like I'll be midway through an exercise and I'm like, damn, I have to piss. And then I go piss, and it's like a lot, and it's clear, which means I'm hydrated. But I'm like, am I overhydrated? Am I training overhydrated? Is that a thing?
I'm not sure. That's a question for Google right there.
I want to ask Greg Doucette himself, and I want him
Greg
to tell me.
Doucette. Tweet him.
Coach Greg, and today I got asked, can you train overhydrated? Well, if you would just buy my freaking
I was
cookbook.
about to say exactly that. I was like, read the freaking cookbook! You fucking idiot!
As long as you're training harder than last time, you should always train harder than last time.
Yeah, I guess I mean, as for the digestion thing, it's like when you eat food, your body relocates some of the blood to assist the stomach in digestion. And then when
Tell me,
digestion is over, that blood it gets what's the term?
energy.
The blood goes to the brain instead, brain and the muscles. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's
Food
like it's
is fuel.
yeah, I feel so much better when I'm not eating on stream. I feel like I'm gaming harder because there's more blood going to my brain and less of it going to my stomach.
Dude, that's why
So,
when I wake up and I start gaming, I'm always like, why the fuck is my aim so shit? Like, I just woke up, like, I had this much hours of sleep because, like, oh, because I just
you're
ate
not
and my food is still digesting.
yeah, and you're not fully awake yet either. I
Yeah.
felt amazing. I had a few days where I'd just wake up at like 7 or 8 a.m. I'd get up, I'd eat breakfast, I'd go biking, I'd come back, I relax until stream. I like, I do my YouTube or I'll do editing or something. And then when I was on stream, I felt amazing. I felt energized. I felt like I was demolishing lobbies better than usual. And it
And
was
you're still
like,
cutting out caffeine.
yeah, I don't have any caffeine or sugar intake. Like synthetic sugar, I guess, like
Yeah.
excess sugar. So I don't do any of that.
I wish I could say this.
Yeah,
It's
it's
dude, this shit's gonna kill me at some point, dude. Like I'll have pre-workout during the day, and that's already 400 milligrams. Like that's your daily intake. And I'm having a Celsius right now because I have to be up for the next 6 hours. Fucking, I'm just trying to make sure I don't fall asleep. Just sitting here.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a stimulant. I take stimulants very harshly. I think because nice. I heard that one. I like even on sugar is the main reason. I mean, I guess soda is my main intake for caffeine, and I stopped drinking soda, so I stopped drinking sugar. I guess it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
intertwined. Like even on sugar now, I feel awful, and that goes back into the previous point. Like listen to your body, and if I feel better not consuming caffeine, like I won't or sugar. If I feel better not taking sugar, then I won't drink sugar.
Yeah.
That's why I avoid chocolate. Like I like chocolate, I like soda, but I like not having a migraine or not being able to sleep.
I'm trying to find it. There was a post that was like what caffeine, like pure caffeine extract looks like under a microscope. Hang on. Here it is. Holy shit. But yeah, I just sent you the screenshot. I don't know if it's
Uh
hang on. But dude, that's pure caffeine extract under a microscope.
that is not that looks scary. I guess I don't know much about like microscopes, but
It looks like a fucking broken TV.
yeah. There's all those
It looks
needles
like
and
an
shit.
or it reminds me of like an era album cover.
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah.
I want a cat, dude.
You want a
I'm gonna get a
cat?
cat. Yeah.
What would you name it?
Gravy.
Gravy?
My plan is to look for a gray cat. I want a gray one. And I want to name it Gravy.
Why gravy?
Because if I get another cat that's like orange, I can name it Biscuit. I can have Biscuit and Gravy. Because I like biscuits and gravy.
All right. I cannot argue that.
You can argue that?
I cannot argue that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
We have a little cat, Molly, and I guess she's not
Yeah.
so little anymore, but We call her the little demon because she is not affectionate, and if you pet her, she'll bite you. And I like fucking with her because she annoys the shit out of, or actually, we annoy the shit out of each other. That's just our
Ooh.
dynamic.
Could you imagine poking a cat to annoy it and it just shits on the floor? Literally annoy the
That's
shit
the
out of it.
ultimate middle finger. Shitting on the floor in front of you.
I don't know if I can find it now. There's like a video on Instagram of this guy, and he was like recording his dog just pissing on the floor. And he was like, "Stop, stop!"
I've
Like
seen that.
screaming.
I've seen that. I love that one. Stop pissing!
Oh shit! I just ran over somebody's charger. Sucks to suck.
No one can stop me from pissing on the floor. I just do it when I want.
Dude, yeah, especially since I live alone, like who's gonna tell me to not piss on the floor?
You could literally piss on the floor. Okay, so I want to ask you this. I just thought of this
Okay.
question. You live alone, and do you ever lounge around naked, or does it feel weird?
I don't lounge around naked, but I definitely like walk around naked sometimes. Like in between, like if I'm waiting for the shower to heat up, and like, because all my blinds are closed, my door is locked, my window in my bedroom has a blanket over it. So sometimes I'll just walk around naked waiting for my shower to heat up because I'm like, man, I really don't have to worry about this. Like I
That's
shower
heaven.
with the door open to let the steam out. I shit with the door open to let the stink out.
That is, you're describing heaven right now.
It's not bad, dude. It's pretty nice. You don't have somebody nagging at you like, oh, well, why didn't you start the
I don't
dishwasher? Like, I fucking feel like it.
I don't want to see your shit or smell your shit. I don't want to smell your shit.
I'm the only person who has to wake up and go, man, it smells like shit in here,
Yeah.
and I'll laugh about it.
And then you clean the shit off your walls because you shit all over your
Or like in Florida, there's piss, shit, and cum all on the walls.
piss shit and cum.
You remember saying that?
There's piss shit and cum. How could I laugh at this joke? There's no piss, shit, farts, or cum.
Do you remember saying that in Florida?
No. What did I say?
You said there was piss, shit, and cum on the walls in our Airbnb in Florida.
Why would I? Why? Wait, why?
You
Like,
said it. Hang on, I gotta find it. I know I have the video.
what for?
I know for a fact I have this fucking video. I gotta go all the way back on my time machine here on my phone.
You have a time machine?
Yeah, it's called my photos
Would
on my
you,
phone.
if you had a, if you had a time machine, would you go back and like kill Hitler or something?
No,
You wouldn't kill Hitler?
we would disrupt like the timeline.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I feel like I don't I think that there's always like there could be like an alternate timeline where things are better. But this is a good, I mean it's not a good timeline, but people are still alive and there are families with jobs that are still living, so who knows? If you kill Hitler, maybe something even worse would happen down the line.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
exactly.
like with 9/11, if you stop the attacks, maybe something even like maybe something even worse would happen or something.
Trying to find when you said there was piss, shit, and cum on the walls. Because I
I
know you
have
said it.
I have very mixed feelings about 9/11. I'm sure I've gone into this before.
It wasn't piss, shit, and cum. It was you said puke, piss, and cum.
Hey, can you send this snap to me?
There we go.
Puke, piss, and cum all over this condo. It the walls stink because we stored it in the walls. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I don't know, dude, but I miss that, man. I want to go back.
Oh my god.
We need to take a trip to Florida to get that same exact condo.
I agree. God, that'd be so much fun to take a boys trip back.
It'd be sick, dude. It'd be freaking sick, dude.
What did you say about it being freaking sick again?
Freaking sick, dude.
It'd
It'd
be
be freaking sick.
freaking sick, dude.
I want to try and expedite a boys trip for you guys to come up here to Colorado. It'd be fucking fun.
It does sound fun. I know Colorado's a nice, nice state.
A lot of good views, a lot of mountains. We can go to like a hot springs. We can fucking, if we wanted to, we could go snowboarding, which I haven't been. I don't know anything about snowboarding. I just know it's really fucking expensive, so that's why I haven't done it. We can put puke, piss, and cum and store it in the walls of my apartment.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we need to do that actually.
Like, even if y'all, dude, if y'all came down here, even if Zach was back, we could just put all the fucking. We can get a bunch of cheap air mattresses, put them in the living room. You can sleep on the couches if you wanted to. So y'all ought to have a place to sleep and eat and fucking chill. Cause I got couches and an Xbox and my computer, fucking TV.
Could we play Fortnite?
Yeah, you could play Fortnite.
Hell yeah.
So like y'all would have a place to stay if y'all did come up here. It'd be a little crowded, but we can make it work. I have a pretty decent sized living room to fit. I don't have a coffee table or anything, so we could just slap you guys on the floor.
Yeah, coffee tables are really more of a girl thing, huh?
Like a house thing. Like sometimes I eat and watch TV, I kind of just have to put the food in my lap, and I'm like, damn, I should get TV trays.
Oh yeah,
That's
TV
what I need.
trays are like a
Yeah,
life hack.
I need to get a TV tray. But dude, my main couch is so soft, and you sink so low into it. I'm like, man, I don't know if I'd be able to sit up straight and not have to reach my arms up to the fucking. I need to get like an adjustable TV tray.
Get your yeah, yeah. My mom and her husband, they had this giant ass 80-inch plasma TV. I mean, he still has it, but like it was on this big ass swinging arm that swings like an overview into the kitchen so my mom can watch TV while she's cooking. It's fucking badass.
That sounds sick.
She got me hooked on Criminal Minds.
Oh, I used to watch that.
Yeah, that shit's fun. I had to stop
I
watching
used to
it
watch it
though.
with Bella.
I had to stop watching it though because there's a lot of imagery there with needles, and needles scare the shit out of me.
I wonder what's stored in these walls.
I can tell you what it is.
You know?
Yeah, puke, piss, and cum.
What is it? Puke, piss, and cum.
Yep, that's it. That's the
Who's
ticket.
who's puke? I want to know who's puke, who's
Who's
piss,
puke?
and who's
It's
cum.
a military base. It could be like several people.
Could be anybody,
It could be
anybody in the
anybody.
squadron. Anybody could have came in here, puked, pissed, and came in these walls.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I never believed in
Sometimes I
ghosts.
wonder if anyone can hear me.
Oh man, they probably hear you and they're like, "What the fuck?" and then they continue.
More than likely. I don't think
What
they'd
what
give
were
that much
we
of a shit.
what were we talking about? Oh, needles.
Needles. Oh yeah.
Needles scare me. And I think I was hospitalized twice for dehydration when I was an itty bitty child because I was stubborn. And
Mhm.
the nurses in the area were just fucking awful. They they can't find a vein for shit. If you've ever had like needles shoved in your arm where like they can't find the fucking vein and it's just constant pain over and over.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
I guess I get that shock still when I see needles. I'm like, "Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that pain." But like
Yeah.
I've had blood work done just last year and it was not painful. It was like I felt the pain like times 10 when I was like a child, I guess.
Yeah. It's a lot different as an adult. Like even as a grown ass man, when I get like when I have to do a blood draw for work or like do a fucking immunizations like every year, um, I can never like watch it happen. I have to kind of look away. Like I don't freak out from the pain or nothing, but like I don't know why.
Yeah.
I can't watch it be inserted because I don't know what I would do. I kind of have to just let it surprise.
I'm the same way. I was like, hey, listen, I know this is blood work. I know I this is, you know, necessary. It's the needle part. I'm just gonna look away and pretend it's not happening. And she's like, okay, that's fine.
I hated it, dude. In basic, we had to go in this line, and they do both your arms at once, and they're like, "Stop flinching, stop flexing, just let it surprise you."
Just let
And they
it
fucking
surprise you.
stab you with it, dude. That's the only time like a needle has hurt is in basic when you're going through the line of all the like the COVID vaccine and all this other shit. Because they don't just like put it in like they don't go, okay, here's the stick, 1, 2, 3. They fucking just stab you and like move.
They've got like hundreds of people to stick needles in like every day, though, in their defense. Vaccines, wonderful piece of technology. It's flawed in a lot of ways, but with what it is and the thing that, you know, it is a necessity for civilized society.
Riley Reid is a mom now.
Yeah, she's been a mom for a while, hasn't she? Imagine imagine that.
Man, I guess inevitable. A porn star becoming a mother. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. She gets like cocks shoved inside of her almost every day. It was bound to happen at some point.
I guess it makes sense. It's been fucking 2 years since the war in Ukraine started. Just
Yeah.
about. That's fucking wild to me, dude.
The war in Ukraine is wild to you.
Just the fact that it's gone on this long. The fact that it has gone on this long just shows how incapable the Russian military is.
It's true. They can't they can't fight the fucking small ass country.
Being like the second or third world superpower, you think they'd be able to fucking get shit done pretty quick, but it's taken them 2 years.
Is
Like
Ukraine a
how
part of
long?
NATO?
Ukraine? No, no, but they're a NATO ally. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay. I bet that came in
Oh.
clutch for them.
You know how long we were in the Gulf War for?
How long is that? That's isn't it like
Like
19
five
years or
months.
something? Oh, I'm thinking of something
Five
else then.
5 months from August of 1990 to January of 1991. We were there a total of 5 months. If you want to count Desert Storm, like that was Desert Shield. If you want to count Desert Storm, you could say February. So 6 months. 6 months. Oh wait, no. From the August to January, that was just a build-up phase. Operation Desert Storm was the combat phase. That was not even a month. No, it was barely over a month for us to find and kill Saddam Hussein.
Well, he was hiding under like a bit of stone and like some sand and stuff.
But yeah, dude, it took us a month to destabilize an entire country. It's taking Russia 2+ years. And this was us in the 90s. We're talking about modern day Russia, dude. That just shows their lack of capability.
I thought they had like a really strong military though.
They have all these big numbers and they boast, "Oh, we have the most tanks in the world." But 90% of their tanks are from fucking like the Cold War and World War II. Like Russia is not all that, dude. They try to be scary. We have the best tanks in the world. We have the best fighter jets in the world. Fuck no, you don't.
We are the best fire things in the world. Okay. We have the best.
They're literally just sending conscripts in with like fucking bolt action rifles and airsoft gear. And you think I'm joking? It's actually fucking happening. Russia is that desperate to get boots on the ground that they're sending people with airsoft gear and bolt action rifles. It's sad. Like Garantham just did a video with two contractors who have been fighting in Ukraine. One of them is like a from the British military, and another is from like the I think he said the 101st Airborne U.S. Army. I don't know. They said they're contractors who have been helping out in Ukraine, and they go over like modern trench warfare and how they've been fighting Russians. You know, they're not like they made it a point to where it's like, okay, yeah, we see on the media like these fucking poor equipped, poorly equipped Russians who don't have anything. But there are units out there. There are some Russians who are really good at fighting. Like there are some trained units out there that actually have their shit together, and they're not to just be underestimated. Like that makes sense, you know. Like you have the fucking Spetsnaz and whatnot.
Hmm.
But as far as just general ground troops, so many of them die all the time that they're just trying to throw new ones out there.
I took a melatonin tablet like 2 hours ago.
Kicking in.
Oh, it kicked in like an hour and a half ago.
You're just forcing yourself to stay awake.
Well, I'm talking to my boy. I'm also like
Bro,
I don't know. I've been like working really hard recently. I feel like I want to stay awake a little more.
dude, if you want to go to sleep, go to sleep. Like if you went to
No,
bed now and if you got 8 hours of sleep, you'd wake up at 10 a.m.
that's true. That's true.
and you'd have so much of your day to do whatever you got to do. You know what I would name my sniper monkey?
What's that?
Carlos Hathcock.
Carlos Hathcock?
Yeah, he was a sniper in Vietnam,
He's
and
got half a cock.
he got like 93 confirmed kills and one of the longest shots ever taken. And like there was like he was tracking some NVA officer for like literally an entire day. Like he found their outpost. He started crawling through the grass and he literally was just on the ground crawling, avoiding foot patrols for literally an entire 24 hours. Posted up, waited for the perfect shot, and took out this officer. Did the same exact thing to sneak back to his base. Took another entire day to sneak back, and they never found him.
That's insane.
Like, this man was fucking crazy.
He's got half a cock. That's why his name is like that.
It's Hath, like Hath. But he might have half a cock. I don't know. That his nickname might have been Half Cock, Half Cock.
He's like, listen, you've got half a cock, and that's funny. So that's your new identity.
I have this YouTube video paused called Why Hulk versus Venom Isn't Even Close, and I'm gonna find out why. I'm
Is it a
assuming it's because Hulk literally destroys fucking planets
is it
and
a
Venom
death
is
battle?
just no. It's by this guy called Danco. I just watched a video. It's like John Wick versus three others movie guys who do the same shit that he does, and it's like, yeah, dude, John Wick fucking wins because he's John fucking Wick.
Holy shit! It's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, I was like, why isn't Jason Bourne in this? Dude, I would much rather fucking fight Jason Bourne than John Wick. You know why?
Why?
Because John was Jason Bourne isn't known for killing people with a pencil.
That is true. I need to go through and rewatch because I haven't seen Parabellum, so I need to go through and rewatch that.
So fucking good. They should make a video a movie about John Halo.
John Halo and his iconic Halo.
They called him Halo because that's the name of the game. He's the main character.
That's the name of the game.
It's good to see you, John Ghost Recon.
John Halo,
I
thank you
feel
for
like
joining me today.
you could just put John in front of any video game title and it's just fucking stupid. How are you doing, John Minecraft?
That's how Notch introduces himself.
Hi, my name is John Minecraft.
My name is Carmen Winstead.
My name is Carmen Winstead. Isn't that like fucking like, oh, if you don't share this video with 10 people, I'm gonna come to haunt you.
Yep. And it's real, by the way. I've been haunted by Carmen Winstead for over 10 years.
What's the story again? How did they die?
They fell down a. I don't know. I was about to make something up.
Should I
Uh,
Google it?
yeah, sure. You're gonna Google
I
Carmen
Google it.
Winstead.
I'm gonna Google it on this government computer. Carmen Winstead is the villainous main protagonist in of the creepy pasta Carmen Winstead.
Oh yeah.
Was a 17. Oh, hang on, it's loading. Carmen Winstead was a 17-year-old student in Indiana who was killed when she was pushed into an open sewer by 5 other students. At the time, the school was having a fire drill. Carmen was the odd one out, so it was not uncommon for a certain clique of female students to pick on her. It was meant to be a joke, a way to embarrass Carmen in front of the school. However, she did not. After she did not reemerge from the sewer, the police were called in. Before long, her body was recovered. Her neck had broken when her head hit the ladder and was further damaged when she finally hit the concrete wall at the bottom. Students were all questioned, but no one except for the girls who pushed her had seen anything. All guilty parties managed to lie their way out of it. They all told the same story. She had fallen in, and the death was ruled an accident. Several months later, many students at the school started emails and messages on their MySpace accounts titled They Pushed Her, which told the truth of what had really happened that day. Carmen had not accidentally fallen in the sewer, but had been pushed. She was pushed into a well, basically.
That's scary.
A few days later, the events started at the beginning of this post took place. First, one of the girls is taken from their house, killed and disfigured, and left to be found in a sewer. Then another and another until all 5 girls had met the same fate. Carmen is apparently not satisfied. She has become a twisted entity whose sole purpose is to have the truth of her death known. Not content with the deaths of the guilty party, she will visit anyone who does not believe the story and forward it on to others.
I just got chills. I think
So
Carmen
basically, the
Winstead's in my
reason why
room
she's
right
like, "My
now.
name is Carmen Winstead. I was killed." Like the only reason she haunts people is if people don't believe she was pushed in.
I think she was pushed in.
I think the beginning of this is like a story.
Do you think she was pushed in?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, good, because if you didn't, she'll fucking haunt you for the rest of your life.
I wonder if anyone is gonna look at my shit and be like, "Bro, why are you looking at this shit on your computer?" I'm like, "Fuck you."
Fuck you, it's Carmen Winstead,
Dude,
bitch.
I remember when Jeff the I'm seeing Jeff the Killer now. He was like, "Oh, website blocked by United States Air Force." Okay. I can't read the story of Jeff the Killer because the Air Force blocked it.
Jeff the Killer
I
is
just
fucking
want
scary. He's a psychopath. He burned his fucking eyelids off his face.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he cut a smile into his lips and he burned his eyelids off.
Why did he do that? Like with his eyelids?
Because he's a psychopath. I think it was like he was afraid
What was
of
the story?
sleeping or something. Like he didn't want to sleep anymore and he never wanted to not smile.
What was do you remember the story of why he
I
became a
think
psychopath?
I think like his brother died in a fire and he went insane. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's like I haven't read anything about Jeff the Killer in like maybe 13 years. So,
Are you able to Google it? Because
I
apparently
could
I'm not.
Google it. You can't be caught lacking. Imagine that at your funeral. He died reading the Jeff the Killer creepypasta.
He was killed by Jeff the Killer because he was reading Jeff the Killer.
I'd be fucking pissed off if my death showed up in a goddamn Jeff the Killer creepypasta side story.
This one guy was reading an article about him, and then he killed him.
This is Jeff the Killer. He lives on. He killed this man for reading.
Wasn't he actually like real though, or was that just a myth?
I think that he might have been real, but I also think that the story is very like, people conflate stories all the time. I don't think that he was like, I don't know.
Because as far as I remember, he's still a mortal human. If he's in my fucking house and I see that creepy ass smile, he's getting bullets put in him
Yep.
before he can fucking reach me. Because I don't recall him being like supernaturally like fast or strong. I don't think that motherfucker works out at his cardio, so I know I can outrun him even in kit. I could just run outside with my rifle, get at a good distance, and he's like, "I'm coming to get you," and then I put like 30 rounds of 5.56 in him.
Here I come.
He's like, "Here I go." I just bah, 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 bah,
Bah,
bah,
bah,
bah.
bah, lay his ass out.
Because most horror stories, it's like, "Oh my god, I was frozen in fear." I'd be like, "Fuck no," and I'd be like, pull my blicky out.
Can we talk about cum stains for a second?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought you were gonna Google the article.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, I remember as like a fucking 13-year-old, like
Hmm.
watching a video or something, like reading, like, oh, Jeff the Killer was like bullied or something. I think he was bullied. I don't know. Bullied into insanity.
I'm gonna I'm gonna ask Chat GPT to summarize it.
Oh, like who is Jeff the Killer? And like I feel safest at work. Like I'm behind two, basically on the other side, two steel doors with one of those like titanium locks, like those thick ass titanium locks that are basically bulletproof. Like Jeff the Killer is not getting in here. There's cameras at each of the entry points, so if he was there, like, oh, he'll maybe he won't know it's me. Like I'll see him on the cameras, like, motherfucker, get out of here.
All right. Jeff the Killer is a fictional character from an internet meme and creepypasta story. His backstory typically involves him being a teenage boy who slowly descends into madness after being bullied and eventually disfigured. He manipulates his own face, becomes homicidal, and adopts a pale, grinning appearance. The specifics of his backstory can vary depending on different iterations and adaptations.
So he was
Okay.
bullied.
Yeah, he was bullied.
I think I remember way long ago, like I can't. I think it was like his father or something that was like, "You should smile more" or some shit like that, or like somebody was telling him like, "Oh, you should smile more." Like, why don't you smile anymore? And he was like, "All right then." And he cut it into his face, and he went to his parents like, "Look, mom, look, dad, I'm look how happy I am." And then he fucking murders them
Look how happy I am stabbing you.
because like apparently they didn't believe him or something, or they didn't help him when he was being bullied or whatever. And I think the bullies like killed his brother. Maybe that's what it was.
The only time I've had sleep paralysis was, I'm not like really terrified of this story. It was just really freaky. Like, I was in the car and it was some road trip for something, so I was in the back seat and to my left, I'm sitting in the back right seat, and to my left was like a cooler for like drinks and snacks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was laying on the cooler, like had my arm propped up and I was laying on my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember like not being able to move, but I saw like a guy's face and it was like jumping around my vision everywhere, and I wasn't really scared. I was kind of like, I don't know what's going on, but there's like a guy's face right here. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I couldn't move, I couldn't speak. I guess I didn't think to. I was just like, I guess I was like half asleep or something, but it was scary. Like, looking back at it, it was like it was harmless, but like also, I don't know, it makes me think maybe I didn't experience like real sleep paralysis properly, or people are like completely completely inflating their stories about like this man came up to me and he was haunting me. He was
Mhm.
hovering over my body, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Yeah. Or like they see a shadowy figure in the corner of their room or something.
And it spoke to me. It said, "You will die in 7 days."
If you do not send this video to your 10 closest friends.
Send this video to your 10 closest friends, or you will die in 7 days.
Dude, I tell you about the experience I had on Christmas this past year?
I don't. I'm not sure.
I had like a sleep paralysis moment. Like I don't know if you remember between Christmas and New Year's, I was staying at my supervisor's house watching her dog. Like I slept
Uh,
in their guest room. And of course, like uh it was Christmas Eve. I remember it was the night of Christmas Eve or Christmas morning. I didn't look at the fucking time. I was asleep and their dog is laying in bed with me, Coconut, and fucking I don't know what it is or why I like woke up, but all I know is that I woke up thinking that I heard something in the house and Coconut had like sat up and started growling. And I was like,
oh,
I literally like I tried to say something, like I tried, but my throat was like so dry. I could not speak and I could not move. And I was even more freaked out because I was on one side of the bed where my gun wasn't. I put it on the other nightstand. I was like, I am so far from my gun right now.
oh.
I didn't want to fucking move. I wanted to just pretend to still be asleep if anything was there. And of course, I'm like, oh, it's fucking Santa Claus or some shit because it's Christmas morning or something. That was my immediate go to. Like I didn't see any figure. I didn't fucking hear any fucking
Jeff the Killer, dude.
talking. Literally, all I heard was like the floor creak maybe, and then Coconut sit up and start growling. Which like Coconut is a wild ass dog. She probably would have been barking at a fucking fly or something. And like she started growling, and that fucking scared the shit out of me. I was like, no fucking way.
That is freaky. I would. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I wanted to just like move my hand to the close, like the nightstand where my phone was, and just find my gun, but it was on the other side of the bed, and it was a big ass bed. So I was like, "Fuck!" Like there are times at night, even at my apartment, like I live in a pretty, I don't want to say shitty area, but it's pretty low income. I'll just put it that way. And so like my neighbors are, my upstairs neighbors are loud, that they have dogs and kids. But sometimes I hear shit that's like towards the outside of my door, like banging, and I swear to God, I clear my apartment regularly with my gun. I'm like, there's no fucking way somebody's in my shit right now.
Yeah, you never
I'm
know
just
when there's
waiting
gonna
for
be some fucking psychopath or something.
yeah, some fucking crackhead trying to come into my house.
Yeah, gotta show
And
him
dude,
who's boss.
one thing that fucking concerns me is the laws here in Colorado for self defense are so fucking stupid. It's like if someone breaks into your house, you can't really shoot and kill them unless they're actively harming you or actively stealing your things.
That's stupid.
I'm like, there's no way. That's why I'm like, I guess I kind of get a
That's
pass because I'm in the military. I'm gonna have military lawyers, and they're gonna be like, well, this man's from fucking Texas. Any man who breaks into his house is getting shot, so he's just acting like he
yeah.
would have back home. I would have fought it in court and be like, let me ask you something. You live alone. Some crackhead just comes breaking into your house screaming and like you wouldn't fucking shoot him? Are you fucking kidding me? I would rather go to jail and live than wait and be like, oh well, he's not through my door yet. Oh well, he's not hurting me yet and
He's not
die.
hurting me. But someone could kill you in like 2 seconds. Like or like way shorter too. Like it does not take long to kill someone. Even if they aren't posing an immediate threat, they could just pull out a knife when they get close to you and stab you like 15 times.
Mhm. Exactly,
If
dude. I'm
they're
not even gonna give him
if
the
they're in
chance.
if they're in your apartment and your apartment was locked, they know that that's a private property and they should not be there. If they're there, they should know that they shouldn't be there
I have a doormat in front of my door that has the shape of Texas and says home on it. Like that should tell you enough that I'm armed. Dude, when I went to my concealed carry class, it was just like the civilian course for like $40, and the instructor was like, "Does anyone here keep guns in their home?" A few people raised their hands. He's like, "Okay, well, legally, like, do you guys have safes? You guys put them in safes, right?" That's when I lowered my hand. He's like, "Why'd you lower your hand?" I'm like, "I just put that shit by my bed, bro." And he's like, "Oh well, you should really look into a safe." And I'm like, "Uh, no,
What
'cause I
like
want that
what
shit by my
for?
bed."
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, if you're involved in a self defense scenario in your home and you didn't get it out of a safe." I'm like, "Fuck you, getting it out the safe? Like, if someone's breaking into my home, I'm not gonna, oh, I gotta find the key to, oh, what's the combination? No, it's right there by my
Yeah.
fucking bed. I grab it off the floor, pull it out the holster. Like, I'm not, I'm also, I always keep one in the chamber at all fucking times. Like, what, am I gonna put on my seatbelt after the car crash?
That's a really good point. You could have did you speak up to him or did you just like
I wasn't like a dick about it. I was just kind of like, no, I keep it by my bed because I don't want to have to go through a safe or something if like I need it. And he's like, yeah, I get that. I totally understand that. I'm just letting you know legally.
oh,
He
okay.
wasn't being a dick about it. Yeah, it was just kind of, it was more of like, why don't you have one? And I was like, oh well, I just moved in. I like it by my bed, so I have it easy access to it. I'm the only one who has access to it. I don't live with kids or anything, so. It's not like I have kids running around my apartment going, "Ooh, daddy's gun."
Let's play with daddy's gun.
And it's like, "Oh, well, because children are they're curious and they could do anything." I'm like, "That's what you teach them. Like stress it to them like, "Hey, this is daddy's gun. It kills people. Like don't touch it.
Yeah, I think that
It's not a toy."
I absolutely agree with that.
Like the sooner you teach them what it is and why it's important, you're not going to have a kid who grows up like, "Oh, well, my dad didn't teach me much." And
Guns
there are people like that.
guns just they kill people, so I don't really want to be affiliated with that at all. I don't want guns near me.
Like there are people who join the military and they're like, I've never shot a gun until basic training, and like they're like, yeah, like everything I know is from Call of Duty.
Yeah. There's extremely loose um handgun laws in Texas. I've had a few people on Discord be like, "That's terrifying," and I'm like, "It's not terrifying. You know, it's illegal. It's illegal for someone to shoot at me without without like an actual purpose to. So why would it be scary? Like
Because people who
if anything, I think the exact opposite when I see someone with a gun because I feel safer. I feel like, well, this guy has control. He's not an obvious threat, so I'm fine
is
with
dude,
this.
if they're open carrying, I feel like I feel safer because I know I'm not going to be the first target, and he is.
Oh
Because why
yeah,
the
it's a
fuck are
good
you
point.
open carrying? Open carrying is like, oh yeah, it's your right. You absolutely can. Like it's absolutely legal and fine and good and dandy. But you're basic like not only are you announcing to everyone else that you have a gun, you're announcing to anyone who would want to be like a threat. They would see you and be like, I wonder who I should take out first.
That guy has the gun. Guess I should kill him
Maybe I should
first.
take him out. Maybe I should take him out first. Like,
Maybe.
like I said, the people in your Discord, you have a lot of foreigners in your Discord that
Yeah,
that haven't grown up or don't understand the how stressed gun safety is in the states and why it's taught and why people need to teach it.
yeah,
And if you look
guns.
at the crime statistics in Texas, like ever since constitutional carry passed, crime has lowered. Criminals are more afraid to try and do shit because, oh well, this person could be carrying without a license. They don't fucking know.
Never know You try and mug somebody or like try and rob a liquor store or something, and then some guy just pulls a gun on you randomly. There are guns
Yeah,
everywhere. There's like,
there's more guns in the United States than there are people.
yeah, exactly.
I think it's like 2 or 3 guns per household or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know where the video was from, but I remember this video of like this guy robbing some like store, and all he it was in a store. It was like a nail salon or something, and all he had was just his hand in a plastic bag, and everyone was just looking at him in silence, and not taking him seriously at all. And they were just like confused, and he's like, "Give me all the fucking money! Give me all the fucking money! I'm not playing." And they're just looking at him like, "What?" And he's just like, "Shit." He just walks out like nothing happened.
That is fucking hilarious.
Like, dude, there are so many robberies that happen and they don't even have weapons. Like they'll have their hand in a plastic bag or a fucking banana or something, like wrapped in a towel. Like I'm not even fucking kidding. Some people will like paint like toy guns to where like you can look at the safety and see that it's all plastic and just like stuck in place.
All right, Chad, I'm gonna head to bed.
All right, bro.
I
Hit
didn't
it.
want to say this earlier, but I was recording that whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, I have 2 hours of
Oh.
recording. But we definitely
I
had
had
some
no
good shit.
clue.
We had some
I
good
had no
shit.
clue. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
I like it when there's like we don't like focus on the recording. It's just raw like that. I was like, if I mention I'm recording right now, it would probably throw off the balance of the conversation. So maybe we'll do our official first episode tomorrow. But this I was gonna upload publicly as like the waiting game podcast
Like a
test.
little teaser, a
Yeah,
little
a
teaser.
little teaser. Carmen Winstead chat was probably my favorite tonight. I'm glad to know that Carmen Winstead is not haunting me anymore.
Did you send the video to 10 friends?
I did not.
Then how do you know she's not haunting you?
Oh God.
She might push you down a well.
That is it. That is it.